Imagine the shock of watching a massive cargo plane plummet from the sky, leaving a trail of destruction and heartache in its wake. That's the harrowing reality unfolding near Louisville, Kentucky. A UPS-operated MD-11 freight aircraft has crashed shortly after takeoff, claiming lives and sparking a massive emergency response that has everyone on edge. But here's where it gets controversial. In the midst of this tragedy, public figures are calling for prayers to keep the death toll low, raising questions about the role of faith in modern crises. And this is the part most people miss: the hidden challenges of investigating such incidents in an industrial zone, where flammable dangers lurk and could complicate recovery efforts for days. For the latest on this devastating event, check out our live updates covering the UPS plane crash near Louisville Airport right here. Meanwhile, if you're following Election Day developments, we've got full coverage of that too, available at this link. For Spanish speakers, live updates on the US elections are here. And for the plane crash in Spanish, click here. To break it down for newcomers, this wasn't just any plane. It was a UPS MD-11F cargo jet, designed specifically for hauling freight, manufactured by McDonnell Douglas, now under Boeing. These wide-bodied aircraft first took to the skies in 1990 and were later converted from passenger use to cargo as fuel prices rose. They can carry enormous loads, up to 633,000 pounds fully loaded, with over 38,000 gallons of fuel capacity. On Tuesday, just after 5 p.m. local time, UPS Flight 2976 lifted off from Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, bound for Daniel K. Inouye International Airport in Honolulu, Hawaii. Tragically, it crashed mere moments later in an industrial area just off the airport grounds, less than a mile from the runway's end. Videos from CNN affiliate Wave captured a colossal plume of black smoke rising near the tarmac, painting a grim picture of the chaos. Preliminary reports are heartbreaking. At least 3 people have lost their lives, with Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear expressing grave concerns that the number could rise. He shared, "Anybody who's seen the video footage understands just how violent this impact was. It's going to leave many families in suspense for quite some time. Injuries number at least 11, and some are described as very significant, with those affected receiving care at nearby hospitals." Beshear urged prayers to minimize further loss, drawing a parallel to a Mayfield tornado where initial fears of 100 deaths turned out to be far lower. "Prayer works," he remarked. "It helps. But is this the time for spiritual appeals in a public safety briefing?" Some might argue it provides comfort, while others see it as a deflection from systemic issues like aviation safety protocols. The crew's fate remains shrouded in uncertainty. Beshear confirmed they are working to contact affected families as quickly as possible. And after viewing the fiery footage himself, he admitted, "We're all deeply anxious about them." On the ground, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg reported multiple injuries and an ongoing blaze, with every emergency service agency mobilized. He emphasized road closures and advised staying clear, noting the plane held 280,000 gallons of fuel. Firefighters from the Louisville Fire Department are battling valiantly to contain the inferno, which started with a fuel spill and is spreading. Chief Brian O'Neill highlighted the difficulties in surrounding the fire, but assured the community that off-duty heroes are stepping in, ensuring the city's fire safety net remains intact. Governor Beshear praised their bravery, saying, "These courageous firefighters are dashing from building to building, racing against time to locate anyone trapped." Authorities are even scanning beyond the immediate danger zone. And Police Chief Paul Humphrey warned this will be an active site for several days, with the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, leading the probe. "We can't predict how long it'll take to secure the area for investigators," he noted. Beshear issued a stern warning. "Stay away from the crash site. You'll endanger yourself and hinder rescue efforts. There are still flammable and potentially explosive hazards. Nearby, a Ford motor plant lost power temporarily, though it wasn't directly struck. Bashir has reached out to the company's CEO. The primary impact zone hit 2 businesses, with broader effects on others in the vicinity. The incident has grounded all flights at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, a key hub for UPS. The airport announced via X that all arrivals and departures are paused, urging passengers to check with their airlines. The FAA has imposed a temporary airspace restriction within a 5-mile radius, allowing only relief operations until 7 a.m. Eastern Time Wednesday. Bashir assured that no hazardous cargo was aboard to cause environmental harm, but adjusted the shelter-in-place radius northward to the Ohio River. Eyewitnesses paint a vivid picture of the aftermath. Justin Dunn and his son spotted debris raining down near their location. Holding up a piece of paper, Dunn recalled, "My son pointed to the sky and it was falling. We grabbed it." He mentioned similar white fragments scattered widely, possibly aircraft parts, and suspects debris extends up to 10 miles. With UPS connections, he's anxiously trying to reach friends, hoping they've escaped unharmed. "I've never witnessed anything like this. Fingers crossed everyone is safe." Amanda Rye, a former EMT, was at a Kroger store about 5 miles away when the crash occurred. "The smoke signaled something catastrophic," she told CNN, reflecting on her 12 years of experience. "My heart sank when I learned it was a plane. Everyone froze, watching the plume grow and blanket the horizon." The Teamsters union, representing around 300,000 UPS workers, is closely watching events at UPS's Louisville Worldport, a sprawling 5 million square foot facility handling over 2 million packages daily. Louisville serves as UPS's global air hub, operating a hub-and-spoke model for efficient package routing. Officials like US Senator Mitch McConnell are monitoring closely, thanking first responders and urging compliance with guidance. Congressman Thomas Massey called for prayers for the crew, ground personnel, and responders. Bashir and others stressed the seriousness, with Bashir heading to the scene. Helicopter footage revealed flames engulfing an auto recycling yard and truck lot. Louisville is UPS's worldwide air hub, underscoring the economic ripple effects. As investigations by the FAA and NTSB unfold, questions linger. Could stricter safety checks have prevented this? And what about the environmental toll from such a fuel-heavy crash? Do you think invoking prayer in a news conference is appropriate? Or should officials focus solely on facts? Share your thoughts. Do you agree with the governor's approach? Or is there a better way to handle such crises? We'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments below.